You finally started your online business. Congratulations. And whether you're selling products or your own services, you will need a marketing strategy so you can attract customers and clients, so you can make sales and be profitable. And thanks to the social media platforms, you don't have to have a big budget set aside for marketing. Nowadays, you can reach your ideal customer by posting content on social media and building your brand online. So, in this video, I'll share with you the 3 key points you need to understand before you start creating content. Hello, amigo. I'm Veronica. I'm the content marketing director for the Pad Sound School. We specialize in teaching you the practical skills and the strategies you need to create content that converts. I was inspired to make this video after I saw a post on Instagram talking about the frustrations and struggles new business owners have with creating content for their online marketing. You probably heard things like,
"Content is king. Repurpose your content. Grow organically by going live.
talk about your offer, girl, but don't sound too salesy.
You need to make reels and TikToks.
You need to provide value with your free content." And all of these statements are true to some extent. However, this whole content creation endeavor can be pretty overwhelming, especially if you're trying to learn how to run your business at the same time. The bad news is that posting content online is a must if you have an online business. The good news is that creating content doesn't have to be grueling or boring. When you understand what your content is doing for your business and also have a system in place to follow every time you create your content, I promise you, you will feel more motivated to make content for your business. So let's get down to business. Number 1, so let's understand how content works. Content is videos, podcasts, copy, and images you create to post and distribute on your different social media accounts or video platforms. And you may be wondering, what is the benefit of posting free content online? Well, there are 2 powerful benefits with creating and posting content online: brand awareness and exposure. The truth is that your customers are not going to come to find you. You have to build your brand online with the content you create. Creating content and showing up on social media consistently over time creates brand awareness, which is what we want ultimately. When you start posting consistently on social media or releasing podcast episodes, you are building your brand on those platforms. Your social media presence is more important than even your website these days. Social media is a place when prospects can come check you out, get to know you and trust you, and ultimately become a customer. The other reason why you want to create content for social media is the ability these platforms have with their robust algorithm to put your content in front of brand new leads every time you make a post. Videos that we have posted on our YouTube channel and social media have generated thousands of leads for us without having to pay for advertisement. These algorithms match your content with users who are interested in the type of content that you post. The more people you are able to attract, the more leads you'll generate. It's a numbers game. This is why it's important to have a content strategy in place before you start posting, so you attract qualified leads instead of the lost and confused who don't know what they want. Hello? So this takes us to my second point, which is to develop the content strategy before you start posting. Having a unique value proposition, knowing and understanding your ideal customer or ideal person, learning what kind of content to post, which platform you should use to post your content, and learning how to optimize your content for search on these platforms is all part of content strategy. Creating content takes a lot of time and energy. Creating images, recording and editing audio and video, writing copy, all of this takes time, so we want to make sure our content is doing what's supposed to do, which is to generate leads for our business. Spending time learning about content strategy and developing your own content strategy will guarantee that your content will do what it's supposed to do, which is help you build your authority, gain the trust of your audience, and ultimately turn those leads into paying customers. In our program, Smart and Simple Podcasting, I teach an entire module about content strategy. My students go through the steps of learning about content marketing and putting together their own content strategy even before they order their podcast gear or learn how to record. We'll be opening limited registration for Smart and Simple podcasting in the next few weeks. You can get on the waitlist to be given a chance to register before we officially open by going to podcastingsmart.com/waitlist. Also, I'm going to be talking about content strategy, specifically our content strategy in the next videos, so stay tuned. After you have put together your content strategy, it is time to figure out what kind of content you'll be creating and how to make your content creation part of your workflow. With creating your content, you have one decision to make, and that is whether you'll be outsourcing some of the tasks involved in creating content or whether you will be creating your content entirely by yourself. Creating content on your own requires you to have creative skills like copywriting, audio and video editing, and photography. Also, creating your own content can be time-consuming, especially if you want to create videos and podcasts, because editing video and audio can take hours. When you create content for your business, you have to wear many hats, like being the online marketing expert, the person planning and writing scripts and outlines, the talent behind the camera and the microphone, the editor editing videos or podcasts, and the social media expert making sure that your content is posted. And on top of that, you have to run your business too. This is why in our Smart and Simple podcasting program, we have created a streamlined process of creating a podcast and micro pieces of content for social media, cutting out all the unnecessary technical information, and with a smart content strategy, so you get the most out of the content that you post online while saving you time. We run a business too, and we understand that our students can't be spending the majority of their time creating free content.
Wait, Veronica, what if I don't have any creative skills? Does that mean I can't make content?
No, and I'm glad you asked. You can either take the time to learn these skills yourself, or you can outsource some of the most complicated tasks. If you are the creative type, learning some of these skills can be super fun and will also give you control over how you want your content to look. Even if you're thinking about outsourcing the editing, knowing the fundamentals of how to record good audio and video and how to create a good shot, lighting, and composition, all that can help your editor to fulfill the vision that you have for your brand. And this takes me to the last point, and that is content workflow. It is so easy to get caught up in comparison and try to replicate what your mentors are doing and feel discouraged because you can't post as much as they do, or because they get more likes and followers. It takes time to build your online presence. The few cases you see of people going viral, they are the anomaly. The truth is that you're in this for the long run. So you need to establish a workflow that works for you and only for you. Yes, you have to be consistent, but what does consistency mean for you? I want you to look at your schedule and block the time you think you have available to create your content. In that block of time, how many podcast episodes, videos, writing, and graphics you can create using the same topic and research. For example, after I'm done creating this video, I'm using the same script and recording 3 short videos for TikTok and Instagram. I'm also taking photos for my video thumbnails and going live on IG to talk about my topic. And I'm going to do all this in only 2 hours. Going through the process of creating content and keeping track of how much time it takes you will let you know how often you will be able to post content. I wouldn't dedicate more than 20% of your time creating content because ultimately you have a business to run, clients and students, and other obligations. And that's it, amigo. I hope you found the video helpful. Remember to comment if you have any questions. Also, remember to get on the waitlist for the upcoming launch of Smart and Simple Podcasting. We're only opening registration for 50 students this year, so make sure you stay informed if you're interested. Keep up the content creation, and before you go, 2 things. No olviden hacer la tarea, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Bye.